Anand Babu Pushparaj sir. I also take absolute honor in our faculty coordinator SG sir and RV sir and our faculty members. I would also like to welcome the students of our BBA department. I once again welcome you all. Thank you. Thank you, Kanimari. Now I call upon Madhurima, a second year student, to enlighten us about the esteemed guest of honor of the day.
Good evening, everyone. I take immense pleasure in introducing our distinguished chief guest for the day, Mr. Anand Babu Pushparaj sir. Sir is a seasoned professional in higher education with a focus on creating strategic relationships. With a background in business administration, Sir has 18 years of experience in the field, including work with prominent organizations. Throughout his career, he has collaborated with leading corporates in various industries, including IT, ITES, design, manufacturing, and telecom, to develop and impart relevant skills for students for better career prospects. In his current role, Sir is responsible for promoting design thinking in higher education institutions and to integrate this approach into institutional culture. He designs and leads workshops and mentorship programs, sharing the knowledge and experience with educators and students. Sir is also an avid traveler, valuing the unique perspectives and understanding that travel brings. He believes that exposure to different cultures, people, and food is just as valuable as reading books. As a public speaker, Sir is energetic and enthusiastic, relishing the opportunity to address young minds and learn from their perspectives. His extensive experience in working with leading corporates across the multiple industries has provided him with valuable insights into the skills and knowledge required to succeed in today's rapidly changing world. Sir is passionate about imparting this knowledge to the next generation and is dedicated in helping students develop the skills they need to succeed in the modern workforce. We are very glad to have you here today, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhurima. Now I request our head in charge SL ma'am to felicitate the guest. With our faculty coordinators. Now I invite Sir to take over the session.
Good evening, friends. Okay, I can understand two things. The end of the day, very late for the day. What time your class starts generally? 2 to? Okay. I've been asked to. Okay. I've been asked to deliver a session between 5 to 6, but already it's 5:23. Okay, so I have only 27 minutes left. Is it good news or bad news for you guys? Bad news. Okay. So I hope you have still your plan for the day. February 14 commitments are there still. Or being evening college, you completed your commitments in the morning. I don't know, but still, if anyone has the plan for the day. Okay, I'll take 40 to 45 minutes from now on. I'll take you through the journey of design thinking, what approach we follow in design thinking. We, in the sense, I'm talking about the organization I represent. I represent School of Design Thinking, which is the external arm of Intellect Design Arena. I'm sure you people are from Chennai, so you would have known about the company called Polaris Software Labs. Someone else have seen the bus during the early 2000s. So that is the external arm of Polaris, what I represent. So we practice design thinking in our organization across the departments. There are 7,000 employees working in our organization across the globe. So, but we practice design thinking throughout in our DNA. So if it works for us, if it works for you as well. So that is the philosophy I believe. or we believe in that. To talk about design thinking, I request to be more interactive. கண்டிப்பாக இது எல்லாருமே சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க, we want more interaction, அப்படின்னா தான் two-way communication. So these are all the things which we generally used to do. But one thing which distinct from other departments and you uh, is that you guys are the born, I would say the true leaders who are going to be the future leaders. அந்த 23ஆம் புலிகேசில் வடிவேலு சொல்லுவார்ல, என் இனமடா நீ. So I'm also belong to the same herd. I did my undergraduation in BBA very long back, some 20 years before. But still, I'm happy to address the gathering, the students of BBA today. So it's one thing which stops me or which always uncomfortable for me is the dice. This is not going to work for me, so I'll come down. So we will have an interactive session. If anyone is sleeping, you may have a tough time. At least I'll be near to your chairs. Okay? If you're still overcome me, that's a great news. So let me come down. So by the time I request the team to pull out the presentation. Please open the presentation. Okay. What is the workshop name? What is the workshop you've been asked to come? Design thinking. Okay. But is it a typo you are seeing somewhere else here? Typo error? It's a typo error. Answer. If someone else can come up with some answer. What is design the thinking? Any idea?
Shape the way we think.
Shape the way we think. Okay. Is it a physicality you are referring to?
No, it's metaphor.
Okay. It's a metaphor. Okay. Shaping the thinking, designing the way we think. Good. Design the thinking, that is not a typo error. It is a copyright work of School of Design Thinking. Just because I am qualified, I got a degree from DGVC, BBA or an MBA, that doesn't mean that I am a qualified business professional. Correct? Will the paper show you that you are a true professional? Then what else? Experience, good. Knowledge, okay. Life skills, okay. Managing skills, the skills what you acquired, okay. Okay, I think you guys are way ahead of your age, I would say, because it is philosophical answers, which generally a motivation speaker used to bring. Managing skills, life skills, and you robbed a few of my answers as well. Okay. Anything and everything starts with mind. Until otherwise you are not passionate, whatever you learn. Just because I hold a degree from DGVC, Madras University have awarded me a degree that I'm a university gold medalist or whatever the case. If I don't apply my mind, if I'm not passionate, எந்த கோர்ஸ் வேணா நீங்க படிச்சலாம், being a doctor, engineer or a business professional, so that is not going to work. Do you agree with me? The mind is important. So the design mind is the first component what we teach. Design the thinking is all about designing your mind with whatever he said is almost too close. So we speak about more on, before talking about design thinking, first we talk about design the thinking, then comes thinking the design. Thinking the design is more of an application. A plus b the whole square. நீங்க அப்ளை பண்ணாலும் அதான் ஆன்சர், நான் அப்ளை பண்ணாலும் அந்த ஃபார்முலா அதான் வரும். Am I right? But before that, whether my mind is ready to become a design thinker, leave design thinker. Am I eligible to think like something else? something different. அதுக்கு என்னோட மைண்ட் செட் வந்து is there, it is ready. I'll just show you a video for 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. It's a video, so I want you guys to carefully observe it. And that's one of the skill set required to be a design thinker. If you're really thinking about to practice design thinking, the one quality which I'm going to show you is what you need. So please observe. There are some questions followed by this. Close. Or start from the face. Start from the face. Okay. So this is the task for you. There is no audio required. No. Just leave it. Just play the video. If anyone saw the video already, please hold on or refrain from answering. Okay? We will take the answers from you if you have already seen the video. Anyone seen this video? Passing the ball? Okay. What's your good name? Sorry? Chirag. Okay. Maybe I'll take out Chirag outside. Okay. Please keep yourself. Thank you, Chirag. Please.
Times the players wearing white pass the ball.
Okay. How many times? 16. Chirag, is it right? I don't remember. 13. 16, 13, 15. Okay. Any other answer from the girls? 16. Okay. 16. Who are all saying 16? Can you please rise up? Okay. Except Chirag, everyone is answering. Okay, just play the second video. No, second video.
The correct answer is 16 passes. Did you spot the gorilla?
Did anyone spot
For
it?
people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about half missed the gorilla. If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it. But did you notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game? Let's rewind and watch it again. Here comes the gorilla, and there goes a player, and the curtain is changing from red to gold. When you're looking for a gorilla, you often miss other unexpected events.
Okay.
And that's the monkey business illusion.
Close. How many of you saw the gorilla? Did you miss the player going out? You saw. Curtains changing? No. Okay. So this is one of the important quality for if you really wanted to be a design thinker. Leave design thinker. If you really wanted to be successful, you should be very observant, keen observant, like a detective. We generally tend to miss the forest just looking into the tree. So being a business professional, so you need to have a perspective where you can look upon from the top, not on a very small scale. Okay. Okay. So let me get into that next. Okay. Next. Next. What is design? What is design? Two more questions. What is design?
The way
Sorry? Pattern. Okay, good. Arrangement of certain things. Okay, good. Creativity. Okay. Shape of imagination. Okay. Can you give me an example? Okay. Sorry? Framework. Good. What is design? Last answer. Anyone? Art. Great. Art. Design is an art. Okay. Anyway, we don't believe in prescription, but still, for the benefit of for the sake of giving you a 2 mark, let us see what design is all about. Next. Can someone else read? Someone volunteer? Can you please read? Codes.
Design is a process of working to develop.
It's not about what you have. As an organization, you have a product which you felt one of the great product. But until otherwise, if the user is not happy with the product or a service or a process, whatever you're coming out, which is not going to meet the requirement. Now, எல்லாரும் என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? The best solution in the world is my solution. The idea, what I have a great idea. But whether it is user is looking for it, whether there is a user need, we generally get into the product development immediately. But before that, there is a customer development you need to make. But we fell in love with the solution. Please fall in love with the problem. Fall in love with the problem, live with the problem, so you get a better solution. You don't tend to address the symptom. Okay. Can you tell me some examples? Next. Examples of good design. Huh? Don't talk about technology, mobile phone, Apple, computer, Mac, no. Rainbow. Why? How it is a good design? Okay, what is the user need it is meeting? Now think about that. User need, whether it is satisfying some user need. No, that's what I'm just saying. I'm just giving you one more option. Of course, rainbow is a good design, no doubt at all. Aesthetic is good, but functionality, whether it is meeting some user needs, can you think about something? Good, thank you. Water bottle, umbrella, great. Specs, chair, okay. Bags, what? College bag, whatever the bag, okay. Shoes, okay. Can someone else think very bare minimum product better than below this? Brush. You know, is there any difference between a brush used by a child and by an adult? How? Of course. Other than that, the hand, the grip, everything matters. Correct. Sorry? Great, sir. Thank you so much. Safety pin, which was not changed in the last 100 plus years. Shoes have changed. Correct. Human being. But we evolved. We are not human being for so many years. We were, or some other Darwin's theory. Day before yesterday we celebrated Darwin's Day. But safety pin is a great example, which is very close to my heart. It was not changed in the last 100 years. Probably they have made it into plastic or something. Post-it notes. Yeah. Wheel. Alloy wheel, spokes wheel, tires, the shape. Okay, next. This is my example for good design and bad design. The right side, there is a beautiful cup. If If you want to drink coffee from the cup, will you be white shirt போட்டுட்டு அந்த கப்ல ஒரு காஃபி குடிக்கணும்னா குடிப்பீங்களா யாராவது? Because it doesn't serve the purpose. But the other side, Kudam, how many of you got the experience of bringing up water from the well with this? Anyone has the experience? Okay. What are the functionalities? Why it is good design? Water does not? Okay. Easy to hold. It is gender agnostic. Even a male, female, anyone can carry easily, and the water will not spill completely. That's why the water will not spill the complete. The spillover will not happen. If you bring it in a bucket, suppose if you fill down, what happens? Water will go out for a task. But here, it will go only till you have 2/3 of the water will remain inside. And the moment it get inside, the bucket will down into the well. Suppose if the knot gets loose, but this will not get drowned into the water because the air pressure will makes it to stay in the water for so long time. So this is what design is all about, a good design and a bad design. Okay, next. What are the elements of great design? What could be the elements of great design? User friendly. Thank you. Aesthetic. Okay. Girls, why are you so silent? Black and white means? I don't get it. Like his life. He's wearing a black and white shirt. Functionality. Okay. User friendly, functionality, aesthetic, innovative. It not will be innovative. Simple. Thank you. Next. Next. Brother. Simplicity. Next. Experience. It should give an experience. Experience comes with satisfaction, not satisfied. So you should get satisfied with the product. Probably you ride a bike which is highly, it gives you an experience, irrespective of whatever your parents say. In the bike lab you otuvan kepanga, but that gives you an experience. That is, they understood the user needs. Next. Frictionless. Next. Efficient. It should be efficient enough to handle your expectation. Next. Complexity reduction. That's what I said. Simplicity and complexity. No complex problem require a complex solution. Safety pin is a great example. It is not a complex solution. It's a very simple solution, but it addresses multiple requirements. That's what I used to say. Above all, questioning assumptions. Questioning assumptions. What are the assumptions you make as a student? What are the assumptions you make as a student? As a student, okay, let me talk about college. Okay, you, before getting admitted into DGVC, what are the assumptions you had? Getting into a good college? Okay. You are going to become a business professional? No arrears. How many arrears you have, by the way? 0. Good. So that means you questioned the assumption. Okay. No assumptions from the girls. I think is there any promises you made today that you will not speak for the day, or you are dried enough for the day? Okay. Next. Okay. To do all these things, there should be one important quotient like observant. You need to be empathy. You need to be empathetic. What do you mean by empathy?
Understand somebody else.
Sorry? In other shoes means? Feeling in other shoes. Okay? Kind-hearted. Understanding
Somebody else's situation.
understanding someone else's situation. Sir, actually they are all design thinkers, sir. It's a good crowd. At least they are energetic and they are answering whatever I expect generally. Okay, in order to go, like my friend said and what madam said. Think about someone else or thinking in front of someone else's shoes. What you need to do first? If you want to, let me put it in this phrase. If you wanted to get into someone else's shoes, what is the first thing you have to do? Someone else said the answer. No, someone else said the answer. First thing before you getting into someone else's shoe, what the first thing you need to do? Right. You have to remove your shoes. See, what happens majority of the time என்ன பண்ணுவோம் friend வந்து தியேட்டருக்கு போயிருப்பாரு ஒரு தடவை லேட்டா வந்திருப்பாரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஷோ செகண்ட் டைமும் லேட்டா வந்திருப்பாரு தேர்ட் டைம் வரும்போது இவன் லேட்டா தான் வருவான் இல்ல அவர் லேட்டா வந்தா there is a reason you always filter it out. You apply all filters, bias, everything in your mind. Probably there might be a good reason for him to come late or not coming. We always tend to apply the filter in our mind. Like, if you wanted to come out of the filter, you should be, if you want to really empathetic with someone, you need not to have that filter in your mind. The bias should not be there. The more the bias, the lesser the no, it's true. See, you wanted to feel the pain of someone, you have to come out of your own ideologies and you have to think from the perspective. You cannot become a user, please understand. You cannot become your friend. You are only thinking on behalf of your friend. You are not thinking the user. You have to think like a user, not the user yourself. I heard from your professor that you, majority of them are from a business background. You guys are looking forward to take care of your father's business or your family business. Always think from the organization, customer perspective. Because 20 years before, every business is organization centric. Now everything become customer centric. The Ola coupon code what comes to your mobile will not work in my Ola application because all it's user specific, customer centric. That's called the customer relationship, what we call. So user specific is what we need. Next. Okay, what is design thinking? Any idea?
We must think of the design how it should be. Like we must think of the design how it should be. Like we must think of the design and then we must.
First think whether the design is very user friendly for my.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Whether the design is good or not. We must think and then.
True. And one thing you need to understand. Thank you. One thing you need to understand. As a organization you are going to run or you are a business professional, you should give more importance to the person facing the problem more than the problem itself. Problem becomes secondary. How many of you coming from Taramani or that side of Kamakshi Hospital? Is there anyone traveled via Kamakshi Hospital, that radial road some 6 years before? Okay, if someone else traveled, okay. I'm just asking. There is a specific location in your near your college. There is a traffic, highly traffic every day. What is the first solution government will think of to reduce the traffic? Expanding the road, bridge. Huh? Odd even. You are from Delhi, by the chance? Okay. Alternate roads, diverting the traffic, building bridges. But that is not the problem. That's all symptoms. You are not addressing the problem. You are addressing the symptom. The real problem. Sorry. Those are all the solutions. I'm not saying it's not the solution. It's one among the solution. The real problem is the time taken by a person from moving from point A to point B. If you address that problem, bridge, whatever the use of public transport, diversion of routes, everything will become one among the solution. It's not the only solution. But what we generally think is the absence of flyover is the problem of traffic over there. That's not the actual problem. Absence of solution is the problem. It's not actually this. You have to think like a user. So what is design thinking? Any idea? Empathizing. Okay. Now what is design thinking? Of course, empathizing is right. What is design thinking? 4 more questions. What is design thinking? என்னாச்சு டக்குன்னு ஜோஷ் குறைஞ்சிருச்சு கூகுள் இல்லையா but I'm sorry no offense you guys have rocked it good but I expected the energy to run around I'm sure no one saw Google and answered me because it's all spontaneous ஏன்னா நான் உண்மையாக உள்ளே வரும்போது நான் அப்படி தான் யோசித்தேன் 5 to 6 எங்கே பேச போகிறாங்க பசங்க அப்படின்னு நினச்சி தான் நான் உள்ளே வந்தேன் யூ guys made my day so I'm happy that so just what is design thinking thinking the design that is the application what is design thinking okay there are 3 elements yeah you're telling something thinking about
The
design okay that is the process okay next it should be human centered the first and foremost of design thinking ideology is it should be human centered that's what I said you have to think about the person facing the problem more than the problem itself just always keep that in mind so always human centered whatever the product you produce whatever the service you offer render it's all for the user can some two organization come and sign a part an agreement without an individual some organization represented by someone else right why they are signing they are coming joined together to provide a render service to be used by some human right so when you always think about something you always should be human centered next it's future focused safety pin and you know by the way the person who invented the safety pin he also invented one more item which is again it's standing for so many years anyone any idea you're close no what he said is close needle can someone else build on injection pin no thank you sewing machine was invented by the same gentleman who invented the needle probably the usage or how we are using sewing machine has been changed first you use the hands then we use pedaling then now the machine comes but the functionality of the physicality remains the same so it's always future focused next it has to create value எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு கடைசியில் அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டுக்கு ஒரு வேல்யூவே இல்லை எல்லாம் ரைட் பண்ணி என்கிட்ட வந்து கேட்டுட்டு போனேன் எம்பத்தைஸ் பண்ண டிஃபைன் பண்ண எல்லாமே பண்ணிட்டேன் பட் வாட்ஸ் அ வேல்யூ ஆஃப் கிரியேட்டிங் what are the different what do you call them? The applications help you to order food items Swiggy Zomato Danzo Food Panda Zepto but just imagine the top two Uber Eats Swiggy Zomato guys can we have one discussion can we have one discussion let's not have a private conversation okay it has to create value இன்னைக்கு வந்து Swiggy Zomato what value they are adding which is added by Zepto as well but people prefer immediately Swiggy or Zomato because there are some additional value proposition what they bring on to the so Swiggy came out with an algorithm now majority of the time whenever you go back they always suggest based on your patterns based on your previous history they suggest you boss this is what you ate last week why don't you come out with this again one more time so that is about the pattern that's a value what they create to you probably உங்களுக்கு அந்த அன்னைக்கு ஐடியாவே இருந்திருக்காது ஒரு ஃப்ரைடே ஈவினிங்காக இருக்கும் காலேஜ் முடிஞ்சு போகும்போது you got a message from Swiggy I got an application for I got a 100 rupees offer on your application probably that might understand that creates value next okay so the differentiation between so and so what are the other thinking formalities we have other than design thinking practical thinking no what thinking what is the other than design thinking there are different types of thinking there are 6 types of thinking we have critical thinking logical analytical okay let's put all this thinking in the traditional thinking okay next okay traditional thinking asks what is the right answer What could be here comes in design thinking?
Why is it the right answer?
Why is it the right answer? No.
What is the right question?
Thank you. What is the right question? Next. More talk. More listening. Next. Data. Sources. No. Okay. Data tells you what happened. Stories tell you why it happened. How many people died in Turkey earthquake? 30,000 already crossed 30,000? Something, some number, some 13,000 number. That's the data. But you see a lot of social media images. There's a small girl, a toddler, which is rescued after 28 hours or something. That's a story. To feel the pain. Data will not tell you the emotions behind the story, behind the data. Data will never tell you the emotion. Only the stories tell you the emotion. So many people have started up the organization. Startup India, 50 lakh entrepreneurs came. That's a data. But can you go and check with each and every individual? You can understand the story. That is what design thinking is all about. Next. So we'll talk about events. What could be in design thinking? Wait. Hold. I know you are helping your friends. What could be comes in design thinking? Workshops, execution, audience. It's all about experience, the user experience. Next. Let's talk about facts. Opinion. Knowledge. Emotions. Thank you, sir. Someone else said. Who? Chirag. Thank you, Chirag. Let's talk about feelings. Let's talk about feelings. It talks about, here it talks about facts and it talks about feelings. Next. So this is what design thinking is all about, the characteristics, or I would say the differentiator from the traditional form of thinking. Next. So this is our ideology. Design thinking equals design the thinking, which is a copyright verb which I told already, followed by thinking the design. Thinking the design is a 5-step process. That's what I said. Some formula you apply, you get a. How many of you know about fussy logic? Fussy logic. Okay, what it is used in washing machine? Thank you. What it will do? Okay, whether it is switched on by 3-year-old toddler or a 60-year-old grandmother, it will work as it is. That's programmed already. So that is a program. Whoever does that, it gives the same answer. That is the thinking, the design. Next. Okay, let us talk about questioning the assumptions. What is this? Okay. Why a hotel needs to charge you for the food already they have? No, I'm just, let me finish it. Why a hotel? For example, I have masala dosa, I have paneer dosa, some dosa they have, right? You'll order something, they'll charge you 100 rupees, 200 rupees, they'll bring and you'll eat it. That's a normal hotel business. Why don't you question them? Boss, why don't you charge for the food? You tell me the vegetables or the ingredients you have. Let me tell you what I want, you go and prepare it. Or else, you stay here for 2 hours. I'll charge you for the number of hours you stay here. The food is free. Can you question the assumption? That's a hotel industry. That's how typical hotel industry works like that. Assumption is that you go there, you order a food. Why I need to eat a food which is, the chef is good in it? Why don't they prepare something what I want? Or why they wanted to charge for the food? Let them charge for the experience. 2 hours, 5,000. But the food is free. I'm just saying, random number. Don't take 5,000 as exactly. That is what we need. Next. Why you need to pay the full amount for a car to buy. Some 100 years before, the General Motors chairman came to an understanding. That's the time where the industrial revolution started. People started buying car, but they don't have money to buy it in full. So he came out with the concept EMI some 100 years before. He questioned the assumption. Why we need the full money? Let the bank guarantees for them. Let the bank pay for it. We will give an EMI to the customer. He questioned the assumption. Next. What is this? Roti maker. You get a roti round size, right? Why you need the base in round? Does anyone make chapati here? Huh? No, it's not an assumption. My question is, you are wanted to make a round chapati. The base is round. But if you go to a hotel, they will never make the chapati or dosa in a round shape. They do it in a kadapakal. That's a square shape or rectangle. How it is possible?
Depends on how we do it. It doesn't depend on me.
No, why I need? Okay, you are right. That's what I am asking. It's not depend on you. Why you need a round base? Anywhere you see in a home, a base square shape.
Convenience.
It's all our excuses what we come. No. No. Even square spreads the force equally. No. No need to answer me. That's a question, the assumption. Someone has questioned the assumption. Guys, hello. Okay. I'll finish in another 10 minutes. I am sticking on to the time, so please continue with me so that I'll also be happy to complete it on time so you can leave happy. Next. iTunes. Anyone use iTunes here? Or Spotify? Probably in 90s or 2000 when iTunes or not any other application was introduced, if you want to hear a song, you have to buy the entire CD or you have to buy the entire cassette. But iTunes changed the question. He questioned the assumption. Why you need to buy the entire album if you want to listen to only one favorite song? He questioned the assumption. Next. SpaceX. What is this business? No, what they are into. I'm not asking who is the owner of SpaceX. What they are into. Sports. SpaceX. Traveling to space. He questioned the assumption. Who told the space business is only for the government? Why only NASA? Why only ISRO? Even a private player, if they have money, they can also be part of it. He questioned the assumption, which no one thought about for so many years, since the invention of the Russians and the Americans. He is the first one to question the assumption. Next. Arvind Eye Care Hospital. How many of you know the case study of Arvind Eye Care? Yes, sir.
I don't know, sir, but I've heard of Arvind.
Good. They are actually from Madurai. The chairman Govindappa Venkatachalam, he started Arvind Eye Care after retiring from the government hospital. You know, the eye surgeons in Arvind Eye Care do every day across the globe 6 times more than the operation generally eye surgeon does in other parts of the globe. Each surgeon has to performing 12 surgeries every day, eye surgery. The doctor in Arvind Eye Care, which is 6 times more than an average surgeon across the globe. You know, when Govindappa Venkatachalam wants to expand his business, he wants to start multiple hospitals across the country. You know where he went and took the inspiration? From whom he learned? You guys are business administration, please go and read Harvard Business Review. This is a case study came in Harvard. HBR. If anyone has the subscription of HBR, please go and take the case study of Arvind Eye Care. The people from Harvard came all the way and they studied about the scalability model of Arvind Eye Care. You know who is the inspiration for Arvind Eye Care?